Today is a very scary day. I'm staying away from a lot of instruments. I'm going to tell you why. I'm only going to be selling Euro AUD right here. I have a technical reason and a fundamental reason, and I'm going to explain both aspects to you guys so you get the full picture of what I'm looking at here on Euro AUD. Let's start with the fundamental aspect. Guys, I'm staying away from any USD instrument today, all right? USD right now it's very unstable. I don't know where it's going, and therefore that's why I'm focusing on instruments like Euro AUD, for example. Why am I staying away from the US dollar? Why is the US dollar so scary today? First of all, guys, we have the government, we have rumors that the government might shut down by Wednesday. Today is Monday. The government might shut down in 2 days if they don't agree on a spending package. All right, the left and the right now in the government are fighting over what that spending package needs to be. And if they can't agree, the government will shut down by Wednesday. If the government actually shuts down by Wednesday, which is how it's looking like, the NFP report will most probably not be released on Friday. Guys, the NFP report, which is non-farm payroll, basically will tell us how the labor market is doing, which can help us anticipate what the Federal Reserve is going to be doing when it comes to its interest rates. Is the Federal Reserve going to raise interest rates, or is the Federal Reserve going to cut down interest rates? We need this data and other data to be capable of making this anticipation, to be capable of making this prediction. Without it, we are in the dark. We are flying blind. And therefore, I don't like that. Therefore, I'm going to be staying away from any USD instrument at the moment. Now, to add some information as well about what's happening today. Today, there is Netanyahu and Trump. They are going to meet and they are going to decide what's going to happen to Gaza, basically. Is there peace that is going to be ongoing, or is there more war that is going to be ongoing? And in both case scenarios, whatever they decide, each case will force a different market, right? If peace happens, then obviously oil needs to go down and gold needs to go down. If more war happens, then obviously oil needs to go up and gold needs to go up. So I'm staying away also from commodities today because I don't know what the results of that meeting will be. I will keep an eye on the Trump speech in order to decide that. Therefore, I have decided to trade Euro AUD. Now, the Australian dollar today, and I told you guys right here as well, I told you that the Australian dollar today is my favorite instrument. Why? First of all, gold just hit $3,800 per ounce. All right, it's at all-time highs right now, and this is good for the Australian dollar as they export a lot of gold. So this is news number one, which is bullish for the Australian dollar. News number two is that Australia's inflation just hit a new high of 3%. And that 3% is also higher than what economists expected, guys. So this adds hope that the RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, might raise interest rates, and this is also good for the Australian dollar. So obviously, guys, you already know this. When a bank wants to fight inflation, what they do is they raise interest rates. And raising interest rates is good for the currency. So right now, because we have more inflation than what's expected in Australia, we expect that the bank will fight this inflation by raising interest rates, which is good for the currency. So we have two news today and two are bullish. And therefore, I am bullish for the Australian dollar, which is why you see me right now buying the Australian dollar through the euro. So I'm selling the euro right here and I'm buying the Australian dollar in this position. Also, the technical, so this is the fundamental perspective. Basically, the technical perspective also supports that trade. First of all, you guys know my trading style. I like to wait for a market to expand in a certain direction, and then I would try to trade it in the opposite direction if signs of reversal emerge. And this is exactly what we got here. First of all, the first signs of reversal is the fundamentals that I'm telling you about right now. All right, the second signs of reversal is the fact that right now we created these stops. We created stop losses above these highs right there. These stop losses were triggered through to the upside, and then the market is melting down with momentum right here through to the downside. We targeted the 1.79 psychological level right here, and then it started melting through to the downside. This is my second sign of reversal right here, that stop losses through to the upside were triggered, and then the market is reversing through to the downside. Now, my third sign of reversal is the fact that the market created all of these different bottoms right here. right? Leaving lots of stop losses below these bottoms, right there. There's a lot of clustered stop losses below these bottoms right now. So the market grabbed the stop losses through to the upside and is yet to grab the stop losses through to the downside, which also is another sell signal, another bearish signal for me from a technical perspective for Euro AUD. And this is why I'm selling Euro AUD right here, a simple 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio right here to target these bottoms, and then I'm going to be out. That's it. Let's see how that trade goes. So guys, as you can see, as predicted yesterday, Euro AUD made it all the way down into the take profit area right here. Now I also capitalized on the Australian dollar by buying AUD CAD as well, which as you can see, I just closed right now. I also bought AUD JPY through to the upside, but I changed my mind, as you can see, and closed it in a little bit of a loss today. Now, why did I change my mind for AUD JPY? We can see the gold market tumbling right now, guys. And as I previously told you, Australia gets affected by the prices of gold. The more gold goes up, the more money they make. The more gold goes down, the less money they make. And therefore, right now, gold tumbling down is a little bit scary for the Australian markets. And therefore, I just decided to stay away. And therefore, I closed my AUD JPY trade and didn't let it run. So that's it for today. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.